So I often have this belief that I wish I could do more. And I think about all the different things that I have to do, and that all of the standards of things that are expected of me as a professor. And I simply have to often take a step back and think, I can't do all of those things. I don't think it is physically possible. I think often about the standards that we have are based on different ways of measurement. And there's no possible way that we should be counting and comparing each other's in the way that we actually do. And this is such a real part of the academic game, in that there's these extremely and strong incentives where we are comparing people. And ultimately, it's because there's only so much that we can possibly do, or ultimately, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I think about like how we've turned science, and it's always been this way. This is not a new thing, but we've turned it into a baseball game where we rank order the different players of the baseball game, and then we're trading different baseball players based on how well that they're actually scoring. But what we never see, and the story that's never told, is how they're actually scoring, why they're actually scoring this way, what is the effect of the team, all of these things, all of these different things that go on behind the scenes that you never see, that's never told, and yet we sort of focus on the single player as if it's kind of like a form of fantasy baseball or fantasy football. I'm so aware of the fact that you only can do what you can actually do. And I know that's like very tautological, and it's not even really a philosophy, but it's just an acceptance in some degree that you'll never perform to the level of what is expected of you. Some people may, and those people are not going to be listening to this, but most of us are never going to be at that level of what is expected of you, because it's just not what happens. So I think the only thing that you could do is really focus on the here and now, really focus on that you do what you could possibly do at this moment, and quit forgetting or quit thinking about all those other things. And if the market doesn't like what you're doing, well, there's always possibilities in other places that you can go to. And it's strange how I think like this, because, I'm past some hurdles. I'm a little older, a little grayer, but it still feels that way. And the only thing that I've known that works, and the only thing that happens, is just doing the same thing every day. My productivity does not increase. It's very static. It is what it is, and I just simply have to accept that. I think it's a really peculiar thing that we focus on productivity, and yet anybody that focuses on productivity so much, they're not necessarily changing their own productivity. They're changing all the other things that are going on behind the scenes, such as how you measure things, how you, the different other effects that are going on, I won't explain any of those, but there's just a lot. And the only thing that you could do is just do your thing, live your life in a very modest and simple way.